Well, welcome to the Obsessive Gardener. I'm Alan, and I am live, and there is nobody here yet, but that's okay. These are bomb, by the way. I don't know if you've had these. Major Melon Mountain Dew. Super good. Well, what do I do with my jalapeno? One moment. I'll be right back. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2 3. Can you hear me out there? Hey, what's up, Dizzy Dragon? Can you hear me on my microphone? Perfect. Cool. Well, I don't know. I was bored. I just got back from work, got home early. Had these wonderful, yummy tacos. They are slow cooked. I want to say it's London broil. My wife made it in the crock pot, and then it's just got cheese, and it was cooked in corn tortilla. Or actually, no, these are flour. These are little flour street tortillas, and I cooked them on a frying pan with a little oil, and I picked a monkey jalapeno. And this thing doesn't focus too good. The chocolate champion. You have been asking. I am so sorry. I thought when you were asking before that you were asking somebody else in the chat. And then I went back and watched the video, and I noticed you were asking about the chocolate champion. I don't believe I have tried the chocolate champion. Now, I've tried Craig's champion, which is a chocolate pod that looks a lot like the chocolate champion. And I wonder if they are related. And I have tried to grow the chocolate champion. The plants that I had they didn't make it last year. So no, I have tried Craig's champion, and if that's anything similar to, you said they're one and the same. So yes, if they are one and the same, then yes, I have tried a chocolate champion. The one I tried was labeled a Craig's champion, and I believe was sent to me by, I almost want to say Mark Wilkerson, but I know it wasn't. It was somebody else. It was Jimmy S. Is it Jimmy? Yeah, I think Jimmy Espinoza. I hope I said that right. Anyways, a friend of mine from the pepper community sent me one of those, and I actually did a review. So if you look up Craig's champion, there's a good chance you may see me eating one, or you could go through my videos. It's been a couple years though, and it's down there somewhere. I did, and as far as I remember, it was pretty hot. Wasn't as hot as I thought it was going to be because it looked ridiculously scary. It was very hot though. It was very hot, and it had a good flavor. So yes, so that was a Craig's champion. If that's the same thing as the chocolate champion, then yes. Anyhow, I'm gonna just enjoy this. It's starting to turn ripe. You probably can't tell. I don't think it's gonna. Oh, it's focused a little bit. It's getting a little bit red on one side, and yeah. So I'm gonna eat this as I eat these tacos. Woo, man, these are good. So, what a monkey jalapeno is, if you don't know, it's a cross I just recently created from last season. It's a Pinguita de Mono crossed with a farmer's market jalapeno, and it's good. It's like it's like a jalapeno with like a tropical fruitiness to it. But this one, like you could smell it, like on the outside, it smells like a jalapeno before I even bit into it. But it has a really good smell, really good flavor. This is a really good time to pick them too, is when they're just starting to get a little bit of color. They're not quite ripe yet. And they got good heat. And that comes from the Pinguita de Mono. Because Pinguita de Mono has about 70,000 Scoville. Gary, these seeds may not be any good, so, but I have plenty of seeds from other pods. I'd say it tastes more like the jalapeno. Now, at this stage, I've had them when they're completely red. And I don't know. When they're completely ripe, it may be more like the Pinguita de Mono, but still a strong jalapeno flavor. It's really a good blend. It's all pretty much the flavor-wise, it's really what I was hoping for. And heat-wise, too. If you haven't seen my video on the Monkey Jalapeno F1, go back, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 videos. I think about 2 months ago, I did a video on the very first one I ever tried. And this one is actually off the same plant too. I have another plant, which I call plant 3, that's getting some pretty cool looking pods. They look more jalapeno-ish. They should be getting ripe soon. Hey, Aaron Hernandez, good to see you. Oh, by the way, we were talking about last time I went live about growing peppers in dry climates. This is a great one for that. This one, the monkey jalapenos that I have grow amazing here, and I live in a very dry climate. Also, another thing I've tried since the last video is I've been spraying my chinense plants when it's like this, is a little bit overcast. As long as it's not direct sun, I give them a little mist. And I think that makes a difference. The foliage looks a lot more healthy on my chinense plants. But anyways, if you're just joining in, I'm eating a monkey jalapeno, which is a Pinguita de Mono crossed with a farmer's market jalapeno as I eat my tacos. Hey, Aaron, that's a great idea. My bacatum, my sugar rush stripe is doing amazing. I've thought about that too, just annuums and bacatums. Because I only grew the sugar rush stripe is the only bacatum that I grew this year. And I just wish I would have grown more bacatums. If I would have known what I know now about growing in a dry climate, I would have grown a lot more annuums and I would have grown a lot more bacatums for sure. But next year I'm going to try to figure out a plan. Yeah, they don't. No, the sugar rush stripe is doing really good right now. It's growing really, like the pods. It just set pods a couple weeks ago, maybe a week ago, and they're taking off. Oh, Gary, that's a good cowboy candy for the monkey jalapeno. That would be really good. You grow in the desert too, Dizzy Dragon? Whereabouts? What area? I'm up here in Lassen County, California, so it's the name of the desert that's out here is called the Great Basin. I believe it's called the Great Basin Desert because it's right after you go over the Sierra Nevada before you get into Nevada, but it stretches into Nevada too. I'm very close to the Nevada border. Had a 6 foot plus Sugar Rush peach a couple years ago. Always had peppers on it. Yeah. South Mexico. Well, yeah. Yeah, there's a definitely desert in Mexico, that's for sure. The Sonoran Desert is more, I've been there. I lived in Arizona for a while, and then that stretches down into Mexico, and I would go to Mexico sometimes to go shopping and other things. But yeah, annuums do good there. Yeah. So yeah, I got to do more annuums, more bacatum. So I grew about 90% chinense, and the chinenses, I only have one plant that is setting pods. The rest of them, I don't know. They're flowering. We'll see what happens. I've been to southern Mexico though, Dizzy Dragon, where it's more like a jungle too. Very nice. Been down to Cuernavaca. I'm not trying to hype these things up, but they are good. They are good peppers. Ooh, that's hot. Chili de Arbol. I don't think I've had a fresh one. Isn't that what they make mole out of? Whew, I'm burning up right now. So this is definitely not helping. This is making it worse, but no, I have thought of doing shade cloth next year. Maybe like 50% shade cloth. And then maybe somehow getting some type of fogger line and putting it on a timer. I know that sounds like a lot to do, but I gotta figure something out. Some type of misting thing. I have watched a video of not about tropical peppers, but about tropical plants and growing them in Arizona. And he didn't use misters, but he did use shade cloth and a soil that drains really good. But he was just the guy whose video I was watching was growing tropical plants, but not ones that fruit, not like bananas or peppers or things like that. So I think the foggers would definitely help. So you have to find that right amount. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. A Mr. System. I want to try that too. I grew up on a chicken ranch in the Central Valley of California where it's extremely hot. And to keep the chickens alive, we would run foggers, just PVC pipe down the whole stretch of the barn, and would mist out, mists of water all day long. So I kind of know my way around that a little bit. If I could construct something that maybe I'm thinking maybe like a hoop that's more of a shade, not for growing, not for heat. That's right, the water plant. You'd have to put them on a timer maybe. Just don't run them all day or just run them very light. I don't know. You'd have to find the right amount. I don't know if I want to eat any more of this thing. It is getting really hot up at the top. I wonder what the Scoville is on that. It's probably like, I bet it's like 30 to 40,000. But it has more of that jalapeno type burn. Now, the Piquita de Mono, it is much hotter than a jalapeno, but the type of burn it has that I remember, that I recall, was a throat burn, so it wasn't that bad. But a jalapeno is more of that tongue burn, and that's really what I'm getting off that. But I'll take another bite. Was it because of the reflection, or was it because they thought you were growing pot? Ooh, I like that idea, Gary. A humidity detector that kicks on the misters. That'd be good. That'd be a good setup. But yeah, I've been misting these just with a spray bottle. Like in the mornings, in the evening, when they're in the shade like this, I'll come out and I'll mist them a little bit. So far, I mean, they're not fruiting or anything, but just the look of the plant is a lot better. It looks way healthier. I'm looking at another one that it's the AK Chair Pizza, and it was looking terrible about a week ago, and I started doing the misting, and it looks really green and really good. Now, we did get some rain yesterday and the day before, so I'm sure that's helping too, but before the rain hit, they were looking a lot better. So I think it does help. Now, we'll see if they get fruit on there. Neighbor said it was too bright unless they lived in the air. There's no way they could see it. That's funny. I might have been using one of the Cobalt Mister Foggers to mist my plants in the afternoon. Just a pain in the butt. Yeah, it's hard to stay up on that. You have to have some type of timer. What's going on, King Pooba? Good to see you, buddy. How you doing? All right, I'm gonna take another bite up on this stupid thing. It's gonna kill me, I know it. My tolerance is so down. Whew. Getting a mouthful of seeds too. Solar power, yeah. That would be good. This pepper, definitely more Serrano type heat. That's what I'm talking about. Serranos, they're not even that hot. Same with jalapenos, but man, they get me. That type of heat, I don't handle too well. Habaneros too, those are the worst. As far as the stinging tongue burning type heat, habaneros and fatales, they really get me good. All right, Aaron, go. Yeah. So you must be at work. Have a good day at work, man. So yeah, I'm tapping out. I'm not eating any more of that thing. My tongue is on fire right now. Woo. So there are a few things out here that are starting to pot up. Nothing chinense wise, but here, let me flip it around. I'm just on the front porch here. So not that. Now this I just bought like a couple weeks ago. It's a candy cane pepper. Oh yeah, the Batman pineapple habanero. That one's good. I've had that one too. So I'm getting a pod there on the candy cane pepper. And finally, this is a sweet chocolate Starscream crossed with a chocolate Lenzo. This one is an F3. The King Star sent me F2 seeds last year, but these are seeds from that. See, I'm trying to get little pods. It took it a while to start setting pods, so it might be from misting it. Even though this is mostly annuum, I think Lenzo is part Scotch bonnet, so it does have some chinense in it. So I have been spraying this one too, so I don't know, that might have helped. But it's starting to pod up. This thing gets beautiful chocolate pods that almost look like Thai peppers. So anyways, I took pollen from one of those flowers and put it on this, which is a Satan's Kiss. It's just starting to get little pods. And I put it on a flower, so that'd be cool if that works. But there's a AK Terrapita, which is the Carolina Reaper crossed with a Ahi Terrapita. And it's looking way better. It was looking terrible, and I started misting it with water, and it might be trying to set a pod right there. There was a flower there a couple days ago, and it hasn't dropped the petals, but it hasn't dropped the whole thing. So it's kind of hard to tell because they're so small when they start, so it's hard to tell if it took or not. But anyways, we flip back around here. Thank you guys for watching, and hope you enjoyed my lunch as much as I did, and the monkey jalapeno. So whenever my plant 3 pods start getting ripe, I will do a review on those too. So anyways, you guys all have a good day, and God bless. Have a good one. Bye.